Hey, this is Kirk from Brother B's Bees, on my way to deliver some bees to my cousin Tim. Don't worry, I'm pulled over to the side of the road. I'm not videoing and driving, but you can see my box back there, and I don't know how well you can see it, but apparently there is a leak in the screen I put over the entrance. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bees trying to figure out how to get out of that back window. They are discovering glass for the first time, but they're pretty chill back there, so we're going to keep on rocking. I'm about 45 minutes away. See the bees in the back window. We'll let them out here in just a moment when we install these bees in their new home. All right, we're here at Pleasant Valley Farms. We're about to install T's bees. You've been seeing me split them and raise them. So we're getting ready to get them out, and we're going to put them in their new home right there. So let's have some fun. We're gonna light the smoker. The beekeepers are ready. So we're going to light the smoker. I don't know that we'll need it a lot, but we'll do it just in case.
Okay.
No, back up over here a little bit.
Get in the hive right here.
Sorry. It's heavy, I guess, isn't it? Yeah, a little bit. It's not awful, but it's got a little too much slope to it. Yeah. But it won't matter. Because something like this one's just sitting here temporarily.
All right.
I think that thing had a little pig or something to hold it together.
The main beekeepers. Chase. Is that nectar?
That's sugar water.
I meant sugar water.
And they drank it all on the way.
Did you had that full?
Had it full. All right. Always look to make sure the queen's not on the bottom of the top. They've done what we call crazy comb here. So sometimes you'll have to go in and clean that kind of stuff out, just so things don't stick together. You can see how it's on the top of that comb. All right. You got, tell you what, this thing you had here, we're going to put it here in case we need to set frames on it till we decide what to do with them. That's what that does. All right, you got a hive tool?
Ready?
All right, see if you can get this one right here out.
What, you get like it?
Yep, hook it, there you go. Just lift that out, grab it with your hand there. So just slide that in that little crack right there. See how we're moving them over? Now what I want to do is I'd like to find the one the queen is on. The reason I take out the outer edge one, give a little room to maneuver without smashing bees.
Chase. This is the main beekeeper right there. It's Tim Brothers. That's Little Nolan, and that's Aubrey. These are the bees. There's the bees. About to smoke the bees. Right there, you see is the smoker.
You'll see how it kind of runs them down in there. We just want to calm them just a little bit.
Calming the bees down.
All right. Let's see if we can find the queen.
We're going to try to find the queen.
Oh, look at that bee.
Okay, she's laying. All right. Right in here. You see that?
Oh, that, yeah.
That's, well, can you see the little white things down in there?
Yeah.
If y'all can see it on the video.
Those are her eggs.
Well, those are larvae. Singular is larva. I think some pronounce the plural larvae, another way is larvae. But there's a bunch of little, if you can see those little white, look like little worms down in there. There are, I'm sure there's a bunch of eggs down in there, but I don't have my glasses on. I can't see them. But that's capped brood. Yeah. So about when
there's actually eggs in that capped off.
Yes, there's actually, they'll lay the egg about 3 days. It'll hatch. At the 9-day mark, roughly around there, they will cap that larva inside that cell. That cell basically functions like a cocoon for a caterpillar, and they go through a metamorphosis, okay, where they'll turn into a pupa, into a full-grown bee. Okay, let me show you this. You see that big one there? Yeah. See how he's bigger than everybody else? Those are male bees. Yeah. Right there is a male bee. We call it a drone. You see it there? That big one right there. I do. Those are the drones. There won't be as many drones as there. Most of the bees in here are going to be female worker bees. There's a drone, 2 drones side by side right there. All right, so I'm going to put this in the middle for now because it's got brood on it, but it doesn't have the queen on it. When I find the queen, I'm gonna let you put her in there, but just gonna try to find her first. Now, you can also see that out there, that wet stuff? That's nectar.
Is that what they make honey out of?
Yes. It's basically nature's sugar water, and they dry it out. When it gets dry enough, they'll cap it, and that's what your honey is. They try to get as much of the water out as they can. Okay, can you see that substance down in there, kind of yellow and white, all in there? That's what we call bee bread. You can see it right in here. That's bee bread. You want to see it, buddy? Right in there, and that's food. What it is it's pollen mixed with nectar. And so we call it bee bread. See, it's that stuff, that yellow stuff in there. That's bee bread. Just like you eat bread, we eat bread. I mean, they eat bread, I mean. I need to clean the top off of that. Oh yeah, goodness gracious, I bet she's around here. See, do you see all of that brood on there?
Yes, sir. That's
capped brood. I see larvae down in there. I'm sure there are eggs as well. Let's see. So she's laying well. When I was in there a week ago, she was laying, but there was none of it was capped.
What's that bee doing?
Which one?
He has his head in the hole.
Probably eating.
It depends. They can be eating. They can be feeding another bee. Though. Okay, all except the big ones are girls. They're all ladies. All the worker bees are females. But see, like that big one there, that's a male.
So the queen isn't on that one?
What do you do about this is hanging off the edge? Nothing, just leave it?
I will clean it off. I will leave it in here because one of the things we're having to do today is I made this split in a medium box and we're moving it into a deep box, so they'll have to add on to it. So the nice thing about this is they've already started. They'll just keep adding that and they'll make it the same length as your deep ones.
Cook.
Yes, sir.
That one's full.
It is full. So let's look and see if we can find the queen on it. All of these are staying with you. These are your bees. Got it? Why don't you pick that one up, T, and let's see if we can find that queen. Gotta grab it along the edges.
Let me help you.
Go.
You better hold on there.
Wow. That's packed.
So what we're doing is the queen has a white dot on her. So that's what we're trying to find her. Now we may just move them all and then go back and find her later. See her on that side. Got it? Hold it over.
Is that honey?
There's some capped honey up here. Those are empty queen cells from where they raised her.
Is that all honeycomb?
Yes, this is honeycomb here. Now see, that's nectar, and that's capped honey here. They've already covered it over, which means they got it dry enough. They got enough water out of it.
Do they seem pretty calm?
Yeah, they're very calm.
Is the queen bigger than the
It's a hot day. She's bigger than the others, although, you know, your drones are big, but she just has a different abdomen and a different look to her. So when we find her, you'll be able to tell the difference. I don't see her.
See, look, that's just what I was talking about. They have their heads in the holes.
They can be cleaning, they may be cleaning it out so the queen can lay in there. They could be eating, they could be feeding young. So like can you see there's white larvae right in there? I don't know if you can tell. So she could be in this wad. Sometimes I have to blow on them to get them to spread out enough that I can see her.
What is that?
Which one?
That big thing right there.
Hey, look at that.
That was a queen cell. When they raised queens, see those that look like peanuts?
Yeah.
That's queen cells. That's what they raise queens in. So I did a split where I took these bees from another hive and they had to raise their own queen, and they raised a bunch of them, and the first one out wins.
That one's pretty big.
What do they do to the other one?
The first queen out will kill the others.
That's horrible. Kill bees.
Hey, cook.
Yes, sir.
Look at that.
Let's look at it.
Can I try to pick it up?
Yeah, so just slide your hand down like that and pick it up, but hold tight to it so it won't drop. Especially if the queen's on there. We don't want to kill the queen.
I can't get it. Oh, that's
Okay.
a lot of...
I picked it out.
She's in here somewhere. If you've got babies, you've got a mom. We've definitely got babies, so she's in here. She's got a white dot, but it's not a very bright white dot.
Some people use a red, blue.
It depends on the year. They have a color for each year. This year is white, last year was blue, the year before last was green. That's how you can know how old a queen is. They mark her with a different color each year. So again, you see the nectar up here and see the pollen here.
Does she fly away?
She can. She has wings, but I don't see necessarily why she would.
Is that honeycomb?
Yeah, this is comb. Honeycomb. Yes.
Is that the wax?
Yes, that's wax. Honeycomb is wax.
And is that the honey?
And that's nectar in there. It's going to become honey. They just have to dry it out.
How do they dry it out?
Flapping their wings is one of the ways. They generate an airflow.
They cool the hive off like that.
And they can vibrate the muscles on their body as well.
Have you got stung yet, Kurt?
Not yet. Don't you give them the idea either. They sting me. I'm gonna tell them. I'll tell everybody you gave them the idea. They weren't even thinking of it until you brought it up. Alright, let's make sure I don't see her down in there. You see one crawl around with a white dot on her?
No.
Will all the bees that got out return to their hive?
Hopefully they will. I'll take all of them and I'll shake them down in there and put the box back in the car, and they should find their way back. They're going to go to the smell of the queen's pheromone.
What's the pheromone?
It's just a smell she puts off, a scent she puts off. Lots of creatures. Even we have.
She'll probably be on the last one we look at. More likely she's probably not on these.
I think she's already in there. I just missed her, I guess.
Yeah.
We got in here. One of y'all want to set that one in there?
This one?
Yeah, right here. Just take it and sit it there. Whoever wants to do it. Let's move that over. Uh-huh.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
What are you?
Yeah, it's great. Okay, I'm gonna show you a hive beetle. You see that right there?
Yeah, I do.
That's a hive beetle.
That joker.
They'll be in every one of them.
Will they?
You just don't want them to get too many
The
in there.
bees can't kill them?
They basically will try to corner them. Like I keep beetle barns in the bottom of boxes. I didn't in this one. And I put bait in it.
So that's what you do if you start seeing a bunch of them?
Yeah, I would go ahead and try to put one in there. Okay.
Now what?
There's the queen right there.
I see her.
You see her? Right there. White. Wait a minute. Let me get where I'm not so blurry. Let me lay it down so you can find her.
Oh, yeah. Right there.
Right there.
Oh, yeah. How'd you put that on there?
Do I?
How'd you put that dot on her?
Just a little paint
Little
pen
paint
that
dot?
you buy at
Yeah.
Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, her back side is longer.
I can't
Yeah, see how she's longer?
Yep.
Come here, buddy.
See her right there? It's got that little white dot on her.
She's right. I just got
You
bees
see her?
in my right there.
That's her right there. She is doing great because, I mean, she is
She's
just
active,
laid
ain't
them.
she?
Do I?
She's active.
Oh, yeah, she's
amazing.
laying well. She's really doing great.
One little old queen bee does.
I'm going to get over here where you can see it. You see her right there? Show it to him so he
See a
can.
little white dot on her? That's the mama.
What do you think?
She's pretty, ain't she?
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
You see that one? See that one right there?
I know.
All right, let's put her in there with her family. You think that's a good idea? Here you go. That's your queen. So you got her? Keep your eye on her and we're going to get her situated. I want her in the middle. So let me rearrange some frames. Give me just a second. I'm sorry, I got too much stuff in your way. We're probably going to end up with a bunch of mediums in here. The medium frames are those shorter frames. This is a deep box hive, but I raised them in a medium box, so it means we're going to have a lot more medium frames. Let's set her right there.
Every once in a while, are you gonna have dead bees?
Yes,
But she'll go to her. Next time you look, maybe don't tell them where she is.
yes, she'll go wherever there's open holes, when there's open cells that she can lay in. All right, here's what I want you to do. You see that? That's on top. We want to clean that up. So take your frame and start on my end. Come around where I'm at. I'm gonna walk around behind you. All right, I want you to take that, run right down that frame, and we don't want to kill those bees, but just, you're going to scrape that off. So push, just keep pushing till you get the other end, and we're just trying to get that wax cleaned up off that frame.
I don't want to hurt a bee.
Oh, they'll be fine. They'll get out of the way. You're going slow enough. All right, sister, you're going to do to the other one. Y'all swap jobs. Well done. Very good. Be careful, don't fall. That was smooth. That is definitely going on the blooper reel. All right, got it. Did you see what she did? I want you to do the same thing and just scrape that right there off. You can see they're flying around, but they're not mad.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
And the smaller they are, the calmer they are. My bigger hives, it may not be that with everybody, but with me, my bigger hives tend to be grumpier than my smaller ones. So what we've got to do, I want to do some checkerboarding. She's on this one, I think, right? I believe she's on this one right here. I'm going to put those two side by side, and we've got a deep one here. Let's swap one of the deep ones right here.
Can I?
Yes, or whatever T wants. Okay, what?
You do a good job. But that's it.
Okay, let's get this one out of the way so we have some room. One of the things I don't like is them so tight that when I'm sliding one down, what you can do is end up rolling them. And if your queen's in there, you could kill her. So I like to have room when I'm sliding things in place. So let's take out that outside one. Can one of y'all grab that and just lift it out? Very good. You can just keep that.
With a spider on it. I saw a spider on it.
You saw a spider? That spider's probably not going to enjoy it down inside that hive. All right.
What about all the bees in here? Will you shake them?
Yes, we're going to shake them in there.
I knew they want more.
Oh, let's slide that big one back towards me. The deep. Let's put this here. And then let's put a deep right there. So what we've got is 5 deep and 5 medium. Okay. All right, I'm going to shake them in there.
Good job.
Okay, so they're in there. They actually seem to be doing really well. They're pretty calm. Now, I do this the opposite of what a lot of people do, so you can decide what you want to do. Mine have a little lip on both sides. A lot of folks will do the flat side down, but I found it doesn't leave me much room on the top. I tend to smash bees, so I'm sure there are some experienced beekeepers in the area. You can ask them what they do. I prefer this notch side down.
What does that board do?
It's a board that it has multi-purposes. You can put like a sugar feeder right here that they can come up through that hole and get to it. When you're doing honey, there's a little entrance exit thing you can put on that where they can get out and can't get back in. So it's just really a lid within a lid. So you can just decide whether you want it that way or that way.
Makes sense to have a little more room.
But let me just show you what the other one looks like. Okay, you see how that one's got a lip here and another lip here?
There's a bee
So-
in here.
Oh yeah, he does have a bee in his bonnet.
Where's these daddies? You got a bee
If you'll be
inside.
calm, he won't sting you. She won't sting you, I'm sorry, it's a girl.
Set her on there?
Mm-hmm. Here you go. Can you get to it?
Is it on there?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, she's on there. All right, what do y'all think? You have a colony of bees. Any comments?
Thank you, Kirk. Thank you, Master Bee.
Well, I'm not a master beekeeper,
Bee
but I do like bees.
Tease bees.
Yes,
Tease
tease bees.
And the bees tease you.
I like it, Kirk.
Well,
I got a lot to learn.
You got a lane queen. Now I just watch every video I can, and I'd find a local beekeeper that I could make friends
I
with.
see a big one.
Now,
3 people at church that got bees, and one of them has been doing it a while.
well, then have them come over. What I would do is get one of them come over here in about 2 or 3 weeks when they
I
calm
see a
down.
big one in
Go
the
through there. Y'all
wall.
they're probably going to want to rearrange those frames. That'd be a good thing to do. I mean, I'd leave them alone for now, but I would go in there at some point in 2 or 3 weeks, and if you've got a local beekeeper, just get him or her to go through it with you. All right, y'all have any, like, this is a
Yeah, we have some
tiny
of them.
jar.
What do you do? You put water and sugar?
Yeah, just
Poking
sugar and
holes?
water. This time of year, I'd do 1 to 1. One
What
part
do you say?
sugar to 1 part. Now, you can put it inside the lid. Okay, so for example, let's take this top back off. One option is you can fill it with sugar, and it's got holes right in there. And you can set it right there, and it'll drip down in the hive.
And just leave
But
this
let me-
off.
Well, no. What you would do is you would take another box, one
Oh,
of your
yeah.
shallow boxes.
Yeah.
You do like that and put one over it. So you can do it that way. I don't do that on hives that I'm pulling honey from, but you're not pulling honey from them. You're just trying to help them survive. So let's put that top back on before they get on the lid. I don't want to smash any of them.
I need to do that pretty quick.
And I wouldn't bring your water to a full boil. You can actually do it in like a 5-gallon bucket on a warm day. And there's a little mixer that they use for paint that I actually put it inside of, or put it in my drill. So I'll just get some warm water, just sink warm water and sugar and put them in a 5-gallon bucket. And then I'll take that paint spinner, put it in my drill, and I'll just mix it that way, put the top on it, let it sit overnight. In the summer, it'll just mix. If you just want to do it on the stove top, don't boil your water. Just get it warm enough that the sugar will dissolve in it. And so this time of year, I'll do 1 to 1, and I only do that on hives I'm not going to pull honey. If you're going to pull honey, you don't want to do that. The reason for that is then the honey's not pure honey. It's got sugar water, it's got artificial. So, but you're not trying to do that, so you know, if you want. But I mean, they've got food in there.
Keep some in there all the time. I mean, they ate that up the time you left.
Yeah,
every day.
I mean, just it may be. It's just my philosophy. When I put them in a new place, I feel like if I give them some sugar water, that's incentive to hang around. So some other beekeeper may tell you that's the dumbest thing ever.
Over here and do that without ever eating.
And I wouldn't worry if you go 2 or 3 days without it. I don't know that you have to do it forever, but I would for just a week or so. I'd give them a little bit of sugar water. And if you don't have one of these, I can leave this one with you. And
I will tell you, I got one.
You can see all you do is just take nails and make little holes on it.
Oh, I just need to put one of mine on top. Then just set that thing in there. Did you?
Yes. Does that work? Do you have an entrance reducer? You know what I'm talking about? That thing I had that slid in the front door? Okay. Hey, will you do me a favor? There's a white stick right over there. Will you go get that for me? You see it? See that white stick line there? That's called an entrance reducer. We're going to put that in the front door. You're so good. See, look at this. Now, since we're when it's hot, you're going to want to open it up. But again, since there's still a smaller colony, I make my opening a little smaller. You see how you've got 3 size doors. That size, that little bitty size, and then you just pull it out and you've got the whole width of the colony. So I'm going to the intermediate size.
Can't see.
Looks like this one's a little wider than this particular box. I've got I can tap it down in there, so I'll get something and tap it in there. See, that's just a little long. But I've got other ones. I've actually got a couple with me, so we'll try another one. But you see kind of the concept behind it? I mean, you can make those yourself, I mean. But that just allows you to adjust the size of the door in different times of the year. Like in the winter, I reduce it down to that little bitty opening. And when it's just burning hot, as long as it's a big, strong hive, then I open it up all the way. Does that work?
Yeah, boy.
All right, you got bees.
I know.
All right, so what we've done is we've put some branches in front of the hive to force the bees who are coming out to reorient. And often I have found when that happens, they'll come out and they'll actually turn around and look at the front of the hive, and it forces them to reorient, it kind of reset their GPS. What I would say is maybe tomorrow when y'all are down here, just move those sticks out of the way. Hey, this is Kurt from Brother B's Bees. Thanks for joining us today as we got tease bees set up. You've been able to watch them throughout the process if you've been following along with me. So we've got them in this box and he'll follow up with them, get with some local beekeepers to help him out. But I'm excited to have another beekeeper, actually a whole family of beekeepers. You have a good day. Thanks for watching. This is Brother B's Bees. You did it!